All right, y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, and oh my goodness, I got a special one for you. And as you can tell by the title, your boy got them. These are the Princeton Carbon wheels, and oh my goodness, I got so much to talk about with these things. Like they say, welcome to the family. And I'm part of the family now. And let me get you some zoom real quick. These are the, I hope you can see these well. These are the Princeton Carbons, the Peak 4550 Evos disc brake, gloss black, not the gloss black, gloss white decal, and the Tactic TR1 Zero Hub from Shimano. And as you can see from the sale, it is sold by Bicycle Generation. For those of you that do not know the bike shop, Bicycle Generation, that is GC Performance, right? And I got to give a special shout out to GC Performance, man. Grant was super helpful with these wheels, right? So let me tell you about these. I was unsure as far as like what hub I wanted. Like I had an idea of what I wanted. I wanted something lightweight and all that other good stuff. But I wanted just some more context and some more help. So I called up Grant, talked to him, man. He was super cool, very helpful, explained everything to me and kind of told me like the price points, right? I was going to get the cheaper hub, but I went with the TR1s because it's the lightest combination. The freewheel sound is freaking crazy, man, but they are a little bit more expensive. But like I said, I was talking to Grant. He kind of explained everything to me, explained the hub, the weights, and the prices. And I was kind of on the fence, man. I was like, man, I don't know if I should get them or not. And he was like I said, super helpful. No pressure, no nothing. He was like, hey, man, you know, just let me know, give me a call back, you know, whenever, and I'm gonna be here. I was like, all right, man. So look, I gets off the phone, right? I gets off the phone. I wait like 5 minutes and I call him right back, right? He picks up the phone. He's like, yo, is this RobbArmstrong again? I'm like, yeah, man, this is me. He was like, bro, did I just talk to you? I said, yeah, I made up my mind. I want to get the wheels. So anyway, that's how I got the wheels, right? But what you want to see is the wheels. So we're going to open them up. And real quick admin note. If you are liking the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. The channel is doing outstanding. You know, I don't have no sponsors or nothing like that. Everything comes out my own pocket. So if you really want to help me out, subscribe to the channel and share the content, man. Very much appreciated. So let's get inside of these. Yo, I'm so excited about these wheels. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about these wheels, bro. You just have no idea. So right off the bat, as soon as you open it up, I believe these are for your tubeless setup. You got the wheels sitting in there, and we're gonna get these open, check them out. Yep, these are the tubeless valves right here. I'm gonna give you a close-up on these. And they look pretty dope. They got a high flow system. Oh, these are nice. I like these, as you can see. They got the little Princeton P on there, black anodized. They got the 4-way valve. Yeah, I like those. Appreciate you, Princeton. All right, we got some, yes, sir. We got some wheel bags. I'm a big fan of wheel bags. These are nice, too. Very heavily padded. Let me open these up real quick. I'm just trying to show y'all everything, man. I know y'all want to see the wheels. I want to see them too, bro. I'm just trying to show you everything. Let me get my little knife out. So when I got my wheels, I got the gloss white decal. And there's a couple reasons why. I plan on putting these wheels on my Factor Austral van. And I love decals and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is real nice. Real clean. Real clean. I see some people that rock the all black Princeton Carbons. Nah, bro, you're gonna see a logo. Like, I paid all this money for these wheels, you're gonna know what I'm riding. So I definitely wanted the gloss white, and then I also figured if I wanted to put these wheels on any other bike, the gloss white will always pop, regardless of what the color of the bike is. So both of these wheel bags are the same. One side has the Princeton Carbon Works written out, and then the other side has the Princeton P on it. But these are a nice padded wheel bag. Now, what we want to see Ooh, let's get these open. Which one is this? This is probably the front wheel. Oh man, I'm super excited about this, right? Oh my goodness, I'm excited about this. Yes, sir. Ooh, they look good. I love the gloss white. It is popping. Princeton Carbon Works. See, it's got the Peak 4550. Oh, it looks good. The gloss white, it looks really good. I like it. Look at this hub though. Like I said, these are the tactic hubs. They look really good. I like it. Now for me, it took about, I say about 6 or 7 weeks for me to get my wheel. Now, one of the reasons why it probably took so long is because it really depends on the hub you get, right? And I know the Tactic TR1s are kind of a hub that a lot of people are getting. So they got to source the hub. And once they get the hub, you know, then they can build the wheel. So if you get a hub that's probably, I would say maybe like a DT Swiss, maybe like a 180 or a 240 or something like that, you would probably get your wheels a little bit faster because it's not as hard for them to get the hub. Oh my goodness. So check this out. Like I said, this is that Tactic Racing TR1. Look at that gold. Ooh, that is a good looking hub. Yeah. I am feeling this, bro. I am feeling this, bro. Oh my goodness. I am feeling this. I got it here. Let me see. It's not that loud. It is not that loud. It's got to be because all of this grease that's inside of here. It definitely is, because I'm just looking at all this grease that's in here. I'm going to take some of that grease out because I need this thing to scream. But it looks really good. The weight feels good too. So also what y'all want to see, how much do these things actually weigh? So I got my scale. We are going to throw them on a scale and see how much they weigh. Oh, this joint up here, zero it out. All right. The front wheel is 592 grams. Let me get you some close up. 592 grams for the front. I need this thing to focus. Come on now. It does not want to focus. There we go. 592 grams for the front wheel. Let's get the back out. See how much that one weighs. All right, got that set up. The rear wheel weighs 690 grams. I am liking it, bro. I am liking it. Let me get some zoom for y'all. This thing does not want to focus at all. Come on, bro. This camera is not trying to focus at all. You know what? Let me just fix the manual focus. There we go. 690 grams for the rear wheel. I'm liking it. I'm going to give you the total. Give me just a second.
A few moments later.
So 690 plus 592, 1282. I am liking that weight. Let me see how much these valves weigh. Put these on here. Let me re-zero this back out. The valves weigh 14 grams. Okay, I'm liking that. So we're just gonna add that 14 grams on there, and that takes us to 1296. So we are sub 1,300 grams, and I am very much feeling that. For how I'm going to have these wheels set up, I'm going to run tubeless, of course. I'll be running the Enve SES 31 tires because they are pretty light. They got the little tan wall on there, and it's going to look good, man. And for the rotors, I'm going to be running the Galfer. The Galfer rotors, and I'll be running those in the 140 configuration in the front, 140 configuration in the back. And for the cassette, I have one of those lightweight Neutron cassettes. It's an 1134. I want to say it's like, it's either just a tad over 200 or it might be sub 200 grams. I don't remember off the top of my head. All right, y'all, I want to show y'all something. I'm probably jumping around in this video, but you know, I got the time code so you can skip around, right? These are the Princeton valves, and I showed you these. I bought a couple sets of wheels just through my time cycling, and usually when I get a set of wheels, even if they come with a set of tubeless valves, I usually swap the valves out to something that I like. And these are the valves that I like. They flow real well. It's easy to refill, sealant. They come in a bunch of different colors and everything. So my plan was to use these valves because this is what I always use. But then when I was looking at them, they are very similar to the Princeton. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you. I think they're the same valves because if you look, they are exactly the same. The cone shape, it has the four-way on the bottom for the feel, the washer, and everything. It is the same. The only difference is with the Princeton, it has a regular cap, but these valves, they come with a regular cap and they come with this cap. And this cap is very unique because it lets you take the valve core out. And I like running this that way. If I ever need to take the valve core out when I'm on the road or whatever, you have the tool that's built in. So then I was like, okay, the valves I like versus the Princeton, is there a weight penalty, right? So here are the Princeton ones with the cap and everything. And they weigh 13 grams. I don't know if you can really see that. Or maybe I can just pick this up so I'm going to tilt it. Maybe. Well, anyway, these are 13 grams, right? Now, the valves that I like to use, they are 13 grams as well. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and use the Princeton ones just because I like the little P that's on the logo. It looks pretty dope. But instead of the regular cap, I'll probably use the cap that I like, the one that has that built-in tool in there. And matter of fact, it should still be 13 grams even once I switch these caps out, but we're about to see real quick. But it was pretty dope when I was looking at these valves, and I was like, yo, these look very, very similar to something that I normally use. So, yep, still 13 grams. So just kind of showing you the Princeton valves versus the valves that I normally like to use. And if you're interested in these valves, I'll put a link on them, Amazon link, so you can pick these up. They're real cheap, like I said. Different links, different colors, all that kind of stuff. But the Princeton ones are damn near exactly the same. The only difference is having that tool in the cap and the actual little P for the Princeton versus the B logo. But yeah, about to throw those on. I want to talk to you about mounting the tires on this wheel set. A good thing about this wheel set is the small, I can't even say small details, but we're going to say small details. So this wheel does not require any rim tape. That is extremely what's up. All you have to do is put your valve in and throw your tire on there and put the sealant in, and that is it. So this is, I'm gonna put the tire on, let you see how it is, put the tire on dry, and I'm gonna throw the air in there and just show you how easy it is to mount this up. Should be pretty straightforward. I don't expect it to be hard at all. So I'm gonna go grab that tire real quick, throw it on the rim, and then show you what that looked like.
More moments later.
All right, y'all, I got the Enve tires on there. The Enve tires went right on, didn't need no tire levers or anything like that. The Enve tire is very pliable. They're super easy to work with. not like the GP5000s. If I'm messing with that tire, I gotta damn near take that thing off and put it in the dryer for a couple minutes. So I have a charge pump, and I have my pump charged to 160 PSI. Now, some people usually take out the core, and it's probably easier to inflate, but with the core on there, I'm just showing you how this wheel is and how easy it is to work with. Put my thing on there, got the pump on, release the pressure. You hear that popping? And that's it, bro. Close the valve, and it's ready to go. So now you see the tire is seated well. I'm looking, just make sure it was evenly on there, because you can see the equal space of black all the way around. And it's really that simple, bro. So all I'm gonna do now is take out the core, add the sealant. Well, take out the core, let the air out, add the sealant, put the core back in, and then pump it back up, and then that's it, man. Then we rolling tubeless. So whenever I hear people talk about tubeless and how hard it is, it ain't that hard, man. You just got to get you a good system, man. If you got you like a charge pump or something like that, it's so much easier. But I just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like putting that tire on, and it is a very simple process. And not having to tape the wheel, man, Princeton Carbon, y'all came through clutch with that. Very much appreciated. I went and got the rest of my stuff, so I'm gonna let the air out real quick. The tire is already seated. When you first mount up your tire and you hear them popping noises, that pop, 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 that lets you know you got a good seat. If you don't hear that, I'd probably be kind of concerned about my tubeless setup. But if you hear that popping, oh, you good. And what I'm using to take this valve out is that actual cap that came with the valve set. So now I got the core out, right? I use Joe's no flats. I've used Joe's, I've used Stand, I've used Victoria. I've never had a bad sealant, but someone gave me a tip that if you were using like a Corsa that has like the S-Works, like the turbo cotton, any wheel that has a cotton sidewall, you probably want to go with a sealant that's more white, because it kind of helps it stay clean. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I've been having good luck with Joe's. And then here's my syringe that I use to fill up my tire. So I'm just shaking up my sealant, pop the top, it's ready to go. And I'm just taking out about 50 milliliters. I'm gonna close this up real quick so I'll make a mess. As you know, I got 50 milliliters of sealant, and I got this little rubber syringe on here. You just connect it up to the valve, inject the sealant. It's really that easy, bro. People that be talking about tubeless, I be telling them like, man, you just don't got a good system, man. You get you a good system and that's it. So once the sealant is in, there's going to be just like a little bit of back pressure. That's why I'm using this microfiber towel when I take it off, because it will squirt just a little bit like it just did. And that's it. Put the core back in, valve core back in. And like I said, I'm using the same tool that comes with the valve. Make sure that the valve is open. Got my charge pump. The wheel is already seated because it's seated the first time when we put the wheel on initially. Release the charge. And that's it, bro. We back in there. Check my air pressure. And I had it charged up to like 140. So with the PSI, man, it's almost sitting at like 58. I'm going to go down just a little bit more. So I usually run like 55 PSI. Close off the valve. Take it off. Close the cap. Put the cap back on, and that's it, bro. We tubeless. We are tubeless. And like I said, these are the Enve SESs in 31s. This is a good looking tire. It is a perfect setup for that. Now, once I have the new sealant in, I usually just roll the wheel around a little bit. Just kind of bounce around, make sure it's good to go. Usually, if you would go to a shop, my advice, if I was setting up tubeless for somebody, I would probably keep the wheel overnight just to make sure it don't lose any air, but I've never had any issues with it. In my opinion, tubeless is not as hard as everyone says it is. I mean, I just showed you how easy it is to set up some tubeless. But all right, y'all, let's do the new weight. This is should be a total of everything. So this is with the tires, the valves, sealant, everything. All right, so the rear is, let's get it on here. It is 1038. Write that down. 1,038 grams. Let me see if I can get that real quick so you can see it. Man, I got stuff all over the place. My bad, guys. I'm a one-man shop over here. So, 1038. That's the rear. All right. Now, we're going to weigh the front. So, let's get this back on the tripod. Make sure it's good. All right. 1038 for the rear. And the front, the new weight is 942. Write that down. And I'm going to show y'all real quick. The weight is 943 is the new weight. And like I said, that is tires, sealant, valves, and everything. Now, the other pieces of these wheel that I was talking about the Galfer rotors is what I'm going to be putting on this. And that's the 140s, right? The Galfer rotors with the Shimano lock ring weigh 87 grams a piece, all right? And then the lightweight cassette that I was talking about, the Neutron joint, matter of fact, I got it right here. This is in the 1134, and it is 190 grams. Now, I got a separate video coming out on this, but the Galfer video is already out. So I'm going to do some math real quick and add this all up and tell you what the total weight should just about be. And it's going to be, so we're going to do 87 times 2, because 2 rotors, of course. And then we're going to do plus the 190 for the cassette. And then we're going to do plus the 1038 for the rear. And then plus the 942 for the front. Total would be 2,344 grams is how much this wheel set weighs altogether as I'm riding it. So just to give you some information as far as the weight. So I'm very happy with the weight. Now I just got to see how do these dang on things perform out on the road. But man, they are looking really, really good. Hella dope. Oh my goodness. But these are the Princeton Carbon Works 4550, the peaks. Oh my goodness, man. In the gloss. Ooh, the gloss white decal. I'm feeling this wheel. I cannot wait to get these on the bike. It is going to look outstanding. Like I said, if you are liking the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, man. Very much appreciated. Shout out to GC Performance, man. Grant, really appreciate you helping me out, man. If y'all need anything, man, hit up Bicycle, GC Performance, Bicycle Generation, man. He'll take care of you, man. Grant's a good guy. Love the customer service, man. And that's all I got for you. This is your boy, Mr. Rob Armstrong. I am out.